So this is the Infinity Feather Bracelet. If you want to see how it's done, just keep on watching. So to get started with your Infinity Feather Bracelet, you will need your Rainbow Loom, and you have to set up your loom this way with all the rows aligned with each other. You will need your hook, 2 extra sticks or hooks or anything you have around for the transfer later on, and 4 colors of bands. So I'm just going to use white, some jelly turquoise, orange, and yellow, and of course an S-clip or a C-clip. So to get started, you're going to take your Rainbow Loom. You're going to take the first color of your bracelet. I'm just going to use white, and you're going to place them on the right side of the loom all the way up. Just going to zoom that in a little. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. Like so. And on the end here, let me just change the angle of my loom. On both ends of the pegs here, you want to place 2 bands on each horizontally. So you're going to take 1 band, place it like that, take another band, and place it like that. So now we're going to start placing the second color of the band, and to do that you're just going to put it straight up in the middle, and then take the third color and you're going to place it from the first left peg to the center diagonally, and you're going to do the same thing on the right side. So put it on the first right peg on the right side, bring it up to the center diagonally. You're going to take your second color again, put it on the center, take your third color. You're practically making a upside down V shape with the third color. And then you're just going to keep doing this until you reach the end of your loom. I'm not sure if the camera is picking up the color, so let me just raise my loom a bit so you guys can see. So what I did is I took one band of my second color, place it like that on the loom, take your third color, make an upside down V shape. So let me do that again. There you go. You just want to push back the bands, push it down, I mean. there you go. So this is what it's gonna look like. And let's see it from the side. It's gonna look like this. And now, taking your fourth color, which is in my case a yellow color, you're gonna take the yellow color. You're going to start from the first middle row, and you're just going to make a letter V pattern all the way up the loom, like this. And there you go. So now we are done placing all of the bands. We're gonna start looming our bracelet, or at least the first part of the bracelet, and I'm gonna show you later on how to transfer it. So I'm just gonna turn my loom around now with the arrows pointing towards me, and then we're gonna loop this first two bottom bands, which are white, right here. But first we're gonna put a cap band on this peg right here. So I'm just gonna take one white band, loop it around once on your hook to make two rings right there, stretch it out, and place it here. So now we are ready to loop. I'm just going to take this side first, the one that's on the left, and bring it to where it came from. Take the other one, bring it to where it came from. So now we're gonna start the actual looping process, which you will do for the rest of the bands on the loom. Begin that, we are going to loop the bands on the center first, or I mean the center of the peg, and then we're gonna move on and loop all the bands on the left side, and then loop all the bands that is on the right side, just to make it easier. So loop all the bands that is on the center, all the bands that is on the center, so that's the first one. Taking second band, oops, bring it to the right, taking the bottom band, bring it to the center, and moving on to the left side. Just gonna grab the yellow band, bringing it to the center, grabbing that bottom band, bringing it up, moving on to the right side, grabbing that yellow band, bringing it to the center. Now the bottom white band, grabbing that and bringing it up. So that is basically your pattern. Let me just do that again. So you're gonna grab the first band that's on the top, bring it to the left. Grab the next band, bring it to the right. Grab the last band, bring it to the center. Onto the left side of the loom, grab that band, bring it to the center. Grab the last band on the bottom, bring it up. Moving on to the right side of the loom, grab that yellow band, bring it to the center. Grab the bottom band, bring it up. So I find it easier to just work with the center first, bring all the bands where they should be, and then work on the left side, bring the bands where they should be, and then work on the right and bring the bands where they should be. So that way you won't leave any bands unhooked or not looped. So let's do that again. Just taking the topmost band, bringing it to the left, next band, bringing it to the right, next band, bringing it to the center. On the left side, you bring it to the center, right side, the left side, bringing it up, oopsie, onto the right side, bringing this to the center, and then bringing this up. I would suggest to get a good brand of rubber bands if you're not using the Rainbow Loom bands, because this design can put quite a tension to your bands, which can cause it to snap or break. So let's do it one more time. Onto the center peg, grabbing the first band, bringing it to the left, grabbing the second band, bringing it to the right, the bottom band up. Onto the left side, grabbing the first band, bringing it to the center, grabbing the bottom band, bringing it up. Moving on to the right, grabbing the top band, bringing it to the center, grabbing the bottom band, bringing it up. So you know what to do. We'll just do that till you reach the end of your loom, and I'll show you how to transfer this bracelet. So I'm just gonna change the angle of my loom so you can guys see how I'm looping the bands. Now we are on the last part of looping the bands. And there you go. You're gonna have 3 loose ends, and that will be the 3 pegs right here. So I'm just gonna take this off the loom. And to do that, I'm just gonna take the sides out first, like I always do. And the other side. There you go. There's your 3 loose ends right there. So what you want to do now is stick one of your hooks right here. Make sure it's in all of the bands. You should have 4 bands in total. Take your next hook, stick it to the other side, and then take your main hook, stick it there, grab all those bands, and you can take this off the loom. And it's going to be the first part of your bracelet. So we are now ready to make the second part of the bracelet, and we're going to do the transfer later on. So I'm not going to use the whole loom because that's going to be too big, and I'm just going to start right at the middle of the loom, right here, all the way up. So usually when I transfer bracelets, when I place the bands, I usually just start from the bottom of the loom. But with this design, I just want to start on the middle part of the loom because it's going to be easier for us to transfer the bracelet later on, and I'm just going to show you how to do that. So first we have to place the bands again, and to do that you want to take one of the first color bands, in my case is white. You have to place it horizontally, so from the center peg to the left side. And then you're just going to bring it all the way up till the end of the loom. Oops. Like so. You're going to do the same thing on the right side. So take the white band, put it horizontally like so, and then just put single bands all the way up till the end of the loom. Now taking the second color, just gonna put it on the center like we did the first time, and then the third color, just gonna do it in an upside down V shape. You just want to push back or push down your bands to make room for the fourth color. So my fourth color is yellow, and you're just going to place it in a V shape or V letter pattern like this. Now, I want you to skip the last yellow bands that should be placed to here, because we're going to place that later on while transferring the bracelet. So you should stop at this point. Always leave one room for the yellow band. We're going to start transferring now. To do that, we're going to turn our loom with the arrows now pointing towards us. And this is what it should look like. No yellow bands over here. So I'm just going to take my bracelet, I want to place the center part of the bracelet first on the loom, and you're going to put it right here. So on this peg right there. You have to do this carefully, because if you lose any of the bands, you're going to have to redo the process all over again. So just give it a good stretch like this. Got all my bands right there. Push it down real good so nothing comes off the loom. Now that you have these part of the bands right, so you have 4 bands here, you should see 2 colors, the first color and the third color. I'm just going to bring the loom closer to the camera so you can see. My bad for using an orange stick. It's kind of difficult for you guys to see, but yeah, there you go. So this first 2 bands, you're gonna place it here on the right peg. Just the first 2, you have 4, just the first 2. Okay, so now that it's in there, you're gonna take one of the 4th color, which is in my case yellow, place it on this peg and bring it up to the center. And then the last 2 bands that are here, you're gonna bring it to this peg. You're gonna attach it to there. Okay, bring it there. We're gonna do the same thing on the left side of the loom. Just gonna bring my loom up so you can see. There are 4 bands. We're gonna place this first 2 bands on the loom. Take your 4th color, place it there and bring it up diagonally. Push it down, and then taking the last 2 bands right here, you're going to place it on the loom. And there you have your transfer. So if you look at it from the side, this is what it should look like. So you should have 2 first color bands right there. One is originally like from the loom, and the other one is the one from the transfer bracelet. The next thing that you should see is the 3rd color of the bracelet, and then the 4th color. I don't know if that is focusing properly. Let me just, yeah, okay. So the first 2 should be the 1st color bands. The 3rd band should be the 3rd color. The 4th should be the 4th color, and then the 5th should be the 3rd color, and the last band should be the 1st color of the band. So you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bands right there. So basically the 4th color is sandwiched between those bands that we have on the sticks earlier in this tutorial. So we're just going to start looping the bands again. It's going to be the same process. Just push this back. Take the band that's on the top, bring it to the left. Take the 2nd band, bring it to the right. Now moving on to the left side of the loom. Bring it to the center. Grab the bottom band, bring it up. Moving on. So you're basically just going to do the same process. Nothing has changed. Just start with the middle first. Loop all the bands there, and then you can move on to the left side, loop all the bands there, and move on to the right and loop all the bands there. Like what I'm doing. Okay, we're looping the last part of the bands. So you have those two horizontal bands right there. All you want to do is just grab that and bring it to the center. Grab that and bring it to the center. So that's going to make it, one loose end, which is right here at the middle. So you can start taking off the sides, bands on the sides of the loom first. I like holding on to the peg where the loose ends are, just in case it comes off the loom. So now you want to stick your hook right in there and try to take it out of the loom, like so. And there you have your Infinity Feather Bracelet. So you just want to give it a tug. So you want to take a clip, attach it to your bracelet. And there you have your Infinity Feather Bracelet.